What's going on, y'all? It's your boy AC back with another video. And I wanted to comment on the heavyweight division. I meant to do it earlier. I was trying to get it done earlier, but well, I finally got some downtime, so I figured I wanted to focus on the heavyweight division in boxing right now, which it is now, I think, the hottest division in the sport right now. You got people like Deontay Wilder, you have Anthony Joshua, you still got Klitschko in the picture, you still got Joseph Parker, you even got Luis Ortiz. So you got some major players in boxing right now that and we can truly say that this division is up for grabs. There's no clear-cut number one fighter in boxing right now. But what I'm really trying to key on is what's good with all this hate that that Mr. Wilder is getting. I'm trying to figure out what is the hate that Deontay Wilder is getting. Why am I seeing a whole bunch of hypocrisy? Why am I seeing all these things coming from so-called boxing fans? I for one am really trying to understand that one because I don't see it. Epic fight between Klitschko and Joshua. Very nip and tuck 50-50 type of fight all the way through. And first off, I want to say congratulations to Anthony Joshua for that. Because it was a hard fought victory, number one, and he answered a lot of questions. How would he react to adversity? How would he, all these other things. So I gotta give Joshua his props. Klitschko, I think if it was just about any other heavyweight, I think he probably could have won. We all know that in boxing, your power is the last thing to go. And Klitschko definitely showed that, because one punch put Anthony Joshua down. But the hate that Deontay Wilder is getting since the Anthony Joshua victory, it's becoming a real problem. I can understand, you want your guy to win. But now all of a sudden, Deontay Wilder's a bum. He doesn't deserve to fight Anthony Joshua. I'm hearing all of this stuff, and I'm trying to figure out what is wrong with the champion calling out other champions. That's the biggest question I have. What is wrong? Last time I checked, Deontay Wilder was the WBC champion. Okay, the man has called out Vladimir Klitschko. He's called out Anthony Joshua. He's called out Fury. He wanted to fight Fury. He wants to fight Joseph Parker. What is wrong with the guy that actually wants to become undisputed in boxing? I, for one, think that that's something that we all want. Right? I thought we as boxing fans all want to go undisputed. Here we have a fighter like Deontay Wilder who actually wants to pursue the undisputed status, and he's getting mocked for it. I'm hearing boxing fans say that, he's a bum. He's beat nothing but bums. And okay, up to Bermane Stiverne, okay, he hasn't beat a lot of great fighters. I could say the same thing about Anthony Joshua, though, right? Up until Klitschko, who has he beat? What, Dylan White, right? A lot of people try to bring down Bermane Stiverne. Well, I mean, it was a reason why Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn went right after Charles Martin, right? So if that's it, make it clear to me, what's the difference, like I said, the man, Deontay Wilder, is actively trying to make fights go. He's actively trying, and nobody seems to be, even though Wilder is a champion, they seem to be tiptoeing around him, so to speak. And I don't understand it. I hear people saying that, hey, he should have taken on Luis Ortiz when the guy when he got popped for steroids, right? When he got popped for PEDs. During Deontay Wilder's reign as champion, he's trying to fight the fighters that no one's saying that he wants to fight. But then these fighters, Povetkin, he gets popped for PEDs. Then you got the other Russian guy. This man is prepared to go across seas and fight other guys. These other guys get popped for performance enhancers. Wilder gets the blame for it. I find it crazy. I find it crazy. Right? 2 of his quote-unquote mandatories. 2 of them. 2 of his quote-unquote mandatories. All right? So now, we have Bermane Stiverne. He wants his rematch. Now, here's what and I gotta give props to Dante's Boxing Nation for this one, because he was talking to Bermane Stiverne. But Stiverne said that Wilder's camp offered him step-aside money to pursue fights like Anthony Joshua, to pursue fights like Joseph Parker. He was trying to give Bermane Stiverne that type of bread, step-aside bread, so that he could actually be free to go head on and fight that fight. And he said, and Bermane Stiverne said that no. So that tells me right there that he is actively trying to make this fight. He's actually trying to get into the ring with other champions. This is something we should be saluting, and for some reason we're not, because Deontay Wilder is not the most technically sound fighter. Okay, if you don't like his style of fighting, I understand. But don't condemn someone for actually trying to go out and trying to make a fight happen. Don't condemn somebody for going out here and trying to unify. Because I got the feeling that's exactly what's going on. That's what they're trying to do. I don't like it, not near a bit. And Deontay is getting a lot of unfair hate. The hate that's coming his way should not be warranted. A lot of people are trying to pawn Luis Ortiz off Deontay Wilder. When Deontay Wilder fought Gerald Washington, everybody thought that should have been Luis Ortiz. What people fail to understand is that Luis Ortiz had not enrolled in year-round drug testing with the WBC. So since he couldn't do it, then he was ineligible to be ranked by the WBC. But he is, and I'm talking about Luis Ortiz, he is Anthony Joshua's mandatory in the WBA, and he said, no more. I want my shot. So, that tells us that Anthony Joshua is created, quite a dig for himself, because if Klitschko won his rematch, right? If Klitschko wants his rematch, then what's going to have to happen is, if Klitschko exercises that, then Joshua's going to have to get stripped by the WBA and then have that given to Luis Ortiz, which is going to take us farther away from the indie aspect, from being undisputed. We're going to go back to having 4 different champions in one division again. Because don't nobody want to unify with Deontay Wilder right now anyway. Maybe that was the reason why they were trying to pawn Luis Ortiz off on on Wilder. because maybe Anthony Joshua doesn't want no parts of those boys. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think the hate that Deontay Wilder is getting is very, very. I think it's suspect because he didn't do anything to deserve it. You know. So that's my thought on the heavyweight division on Deontay Wilder. Talk to me a little bit later. It's your boy AC. God willing. I'll see you again on the next one. Peace.